there, this is Mark Elmo Ellis. Today's video is going to cover email marketing for business consultants, and this is going to be part one of a three-part series about how business consultants, coaching industry, can use email marketing and why they should. Just to give you an example of where we're going with this, I've got a couple statistics here to kick us off. As you can see, in 2021, there were 4.26 billion email users, and almost everyone had 2 different accounts. Now that is pretty massive. So email's popularity goes way back, and I can't remember, it was the 1950s. MIT was the first place that email evolved out of, and it was a program that somebody wrote called Mailbox. It was for the university to network its computers together. Later on, as the networks got bigger, universities started linking to universities, and government agencies like NASA they were creating links and networks with other government agencies. And so after a while, it was an entire network of government agencies and schools that were mostly using them. This all happened before it came into the home. So email has been around a long time. And of course, it's grown exponentially year by year. There are 3.13 million emails sent every second, and that is significant. So obviously, the importance of email has grown, and it will continue to grow as you look at this chart from ConvertKit. You can see that from 2017, it's grown up to the year 2022, but they've projected it to grow even further by 2024, and I expect to see this continue on for a long time. As much as we like to think about it, there's a lot of countries that don't have the same internet services that we have, and as they all get brought online, the internet will grow, and also email will grow with it. And there's a couple other reasons also too, where we've got a younger generation that is growing up with email. A lot of the older folks, I'm 65 right now, but a lot of us older folks don't deal with email a lot. I do, because it's, I've got my master's degree in education technology, so yeah, I know all about email and use it, but a lot of people my age don't like using it or whatever. So there's still people that need to be brought on board, and as more young people get older and start using the technology, it will grow. Now, for the consulting industry, email marketing is perfect, and I'm going to go into why that is so important. Email it's a personalized media. And as you can see by this little chart here, the consulting services, so of all the industries out there, the consulting, and I would say probably coaching because they go hand in hand, the consulting and coaching services, they have the 3rd highest click-through rate in all the industries. Email is also personalized. You can personalize it very easily. I'm going to go into a little bit more about that later, but you can personalize it, and it means that people know that you know who they are. You can use their name in your emails when you send it out, and sometimes you can even send it directly to something that's going on in their lives. You're in the consulting business, so that's what you're there for, is to help people learn an aspect or deal with a particular problem in business or whatever it is. And so you will be talking one-on-one. You can send email very easily. You can also keep them updated on your services and your business and what's going on. So this is reasons why email is so popular. And as I mentioned just a second ago, it's personal. It is also a relationship builder. The more people see your name, they know about your business and all the rest of it, the more business you will be able to do with them. People buy from people they already know. If you grew up using Acme toilet seats, you'll probably continue to buy Acme toilet seats, right? If you use Kraft mayonnaise, chances are you're like me, you'll use Kraft mayonnaise the rest of your life. You get used to things. You get used to people, products, and all the rest of it. So this helps keep your consulting business in the loop with the people you're doing business with. They'll see your email sent to them in their inbox, and like I say, you can put their name on it, so it will make them open them up and see what you're doing more. It's everywhere you are. You carry your cell phone with you. You can use your email, right? Everywhere you go. Unless you don't have services and you're out in the middle of nowhere where there are no towers, cell towers, but you can take it anywhere. Before cell phones really got to where I could use email on them, I was carrying my laptop around, or my I would use somebody's computer. If I went to visit some relatives, I just use their computer to check my email account. You just access it that way. Email is instantaneous. It goes, the second you push the button, it goes out and people see. So you can actually time when your emails are going to go out with a lot of the different services I'm going to talk about in the next video. It also helps keep you in your fans' minds if you're trying to grow a culture behind your product or your service, especially in consulting business, behind your brand. It actually will help you keep your fans focused on who you are, because they can see you coming in the mailbox almost every day if you want to, in their little email box, right? And also, email is affordable. As we go into the very next video, part 2, I'm going to show you how you can use a free email service. Now, it's free up to a certain point, but man, you can send out a lot of free emails using this free service. So I want to talk about that in the next video. All right. So I wanted to show you this comparison now. I cut my teeth just writing for United States Army back in the 70s and 80s. So I've been around a long time writing copy. It's a long story, but I was in the Army band, so I did all the promotional materials. I wrote them all for the band. So that's where I got started. Then later on down the road, I actually invented a product for the Army band program, and I started selling it worldwide. And I used a template that I got from a guy named Dan Kennedy. And Dan Kennedy is one of the top copywriters on the planet. He had a product called Magnetic Marketing. I used it, and my sales went through the roof. My wife and I had our first business, and we were getting government contracts all the time. But direct mail is expensive. It's an expensive game to get in, and there's 2 charts here. Now, it's showing you, this chart favors direct mail, and I get it. Direct mail, they actually got your words and your advertisements or whatever in their hands personally for X number of seconds or minutes or however long it takes for them to make a decision to either throw it out or keep it. In my house, we keep direct mailing all over the place all the time. We'll pick it up a week later and say, hey, we could really use this, right? That's kind of the cool thing about direct mail. But email, when you look at it, getting started, if you're getting started in a business and you want to stay in your client's back pockets, it's very cheap to get in. So if you look at these 2 charts, even though it shows the effectiveness of direct mail being greater than email in the long run, email it's still cheaper, and if you're in a consulting business, you can easily stay in contact very cheaply with your clients, especially when I'm going to show you how you can use email for free to a certain extent in the next video. Okay, now my favorite reason for using email is it beats the crap out of social media. Social media just absolutely, this is a pet peeve of mine. It drives me absolutely insane what goes on with social media. You get on social media and you see this lovely young lady in this picture, and she's obviously showing off her cleavage. And of course, look at the clicks she got. She got 605 upvotes. This is on Quora. Now, Quora used to be like Yahoo Answers. You'd go on there and you could answer questions and things. And now, because TikTok is dominating the planet, people are putting out TikTok type of images on Quora. Here's another one. Don't mean to just beat up on this one person, but here you go. Here's another one. 2 girls doing whatever. That made it on Quora. I don't know what relevance it has with anything. I don't know why anybody would ask a question about this, but it's not a question and answer type of thing. It's got 137 upvotes. I've done high quality posts on Quora and have barely gotten I think one of them I got votes, but this is like 3,000 word dissertation on something to do with copywriting. These guys put up a picture doing some nonsensical things, and that's what they get. And the other place that's really starting to annoy the tar out of me is LinkedIn. LinkedIn touts itself to be the online business social media platform, but they're just like, I'm seeing images like these ones starting to appear on LinkedIn as well. And you have this one here in the middle, which I really liked, was a dragon. This is a animation. Somebody did computer animation of a dragon and is spewing fire out. It's cool, but and they're talking about Game of Thrones coming out or something. But LinkedIn's for business, and unless you're selling your animation business, I don't really understand what the relevance of this is. But this is what you are competing with. That's the main thing. This is what you are competing with. So let's take a look at it one last time because I'm moving on. But there you go. Now, the other thing I like about email, it is just like direct response. It might be even better for one reason, as far as tracking goes. Make sure I'm clear on this. Email's easy to measure. When you watch a video or a TV program like this one, they have a 1-800 number. And when you call in, they can track who you are, what you want to buy, when you bought it within the commercial, everything. They have a way to track everything. So this is what you call direct response. The reason they call it direct response is because you're responding directly to the ad as you see it. So when they throw the 1-800 number up, or you get a direct response letter in the mail, there's a way to code those things to where you know exactly who is buying your product or responding to your letter or whatever, right? Same kind of thing here. So, but I will show you something about email. Immediately, the second somebody does anything with your email, and this is from a MailChimp account, and I'm going to be talking about MailChimp in the next video considerably, but when you look at a MailChimp account, you can see what your open rate is, your click rate, the sales you made, how many sends you sent out, how many went out, how many bounced, everything. It tells you everything in great detail. So you know immediately the other with direct mail and direct response TV ads, you have to wait a while to get your results. With email, you get it immediately. So that's something I think is really cool and something that's usually overlooked. So that's that. So anyway, I have this all in great detail and even more stuff. I have the other two parts in a blog post. And so to read the entire blog post, there is the link, elmocopy/email marketing for consultants, the ultimate guide. Just go into the search on my site. You should be able to find it. I posted it within the last couple months, so it should be very easy to find if you go in my blog and start scrolling. Okay. Anyway, if you like what I just did and you want to leave some comments or maybe share this or, maybe hit a like button or whatever, just go ahead. It would really make my day. Just go ahead and do that. And if you go to my blog and want to leave a comment or criticism or a question, please do so. It would really, really, really make my day. So this is Mark Elmo Ellis with Elmo Copy. I hope you have a great day. God bless and take care.